Hello, Mr. Ryan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a few numbers, right? A few numbers, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30. Okay, a few numbers. So our target is to calculate the average, okay? Average. But not considering the maximum and the minimum. So what's the maximum here? Which
30.
one? 30. Get rid of it. What's the minimum?
2.
Okay. Okay, what's the average of these three numbers? The average?
11.
11. Okay, so because 32 divided by 3. Okay, that's it. This is the easy question.
There's only 2 numbers.
Good question. If there are 2 numbers, okay, let's just assert, let's just make sure that all the numbers, there are at least 3 numbers. Okay, at least 3 numbers. That's a very good question. Okay.
We're just taking away the. You need to just to find the sort it. Take
Sort it, yes. One way will be sorted.
and then take away the lot first and last numbers when it's sorted, and then add the rest of the numbers together and then divide it.
Divided by the size, the number of the remaining, which is the n minus 2, right? Yes? Okay. Sorting, this is a good way. Okay. So, yes, and we could have duplicate minimum and maximum as well, right? For example, like if this is 2, and we can only take away
So
1,
you
2.
said at least 3 numbers, so
Yes.
it's 2, 2, 3.
2, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the minimum?
2.
What's the maximum?
3. Yeah, but you said you can have multiple minimum.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that the minimum, these 2 is the minimum, but there are 2 minimums, right? Yeah, and there could be maximum here, there could be 2 30s. You still take out 1 only, you're not taking out 2. When we sort it, if this is A, right? A dot sort, and that become 2, 2, 10, 30, 30, right? And then we just need to calculate the sum of these, and then divide it by the size of it. So we just return the sum, right? The sum function a start from 1 till to the n minus 1. Am I right? Yes, to the n minus 1, okay? And divided by the length of a minus 2, okay? So here we make sure this a is at least 3 numbers, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so look, this is from the second number to the second last, right? Minus 1. A1. Okay, so A, this is the least comprehension. A from to 2 and step, right? We talk about this. From, this is inclusive. 2, this is exclusive. Step, by default, is 1, okay? Right? Do you still remember, like, column minus 1, right? So, if we don't specify, this is the from is 0. The n, this is the n, the second parameter to the n, right? To the n. And then step minus 1 means the reverse, okay? So this is one way we use the sum function. What's the time complexity? Sorting. O n log n, right? Here, look, we use the least comprehension. You're actually creating a copy, okay? So we can do this. A dot pop and a dot pop 0, okay? A dot pop 0, which means that we take one numbers from, we drop the leftmost number. A dot pop, which means that we drop the last number, right? Yeah, we drop the last number, and then we can return sum a divided by length a, right? We don't need to subtract 2 because we already taken it out, okay? Yeah? Why do we need to sort it? Do we need to keep these numbers in order here? We want to find out the minimum, maximum. But here, do we need these the numbers in the middle to be sorted? We don't, right? Yeah. So we just need to find the minimum, maximum, and that's it, right? Yes. Okay. So look, the minimum max value equals max a, right? The minimum value equals min a, and the total value equals sum a, okay? And the length is length a, okay? So how do we use these 4 variables to calculate the answer? Come on. I know the maximum, I know the minimum, I know the total sum, I know the total size. So what's the answer? return. Use these four to come up with the answer.
A,
It's a simple math.
n minus the maximum and the
Total minus maximum and
minimum.
minus minimum and divided by
2. N
and how many numbers?
minus
Minus
2.
we're done. Okay, that's it. Total sum minus the maximum minus minimum. And how many of them? N minus 2 because we get rid of maximum minimum. Simple question. Max on, min on, sum on. Time complexity on because we are traveling the array 3 times, right? Look, this is actually O3n, right? O3 times n, and we drop the constant. Why O3n? Because the max A, we need to travel the array to find the maximum. We need to travel the array to find the minimum. We need to travel the array to find the sum. But do we need to travel 3 times? Can we do the 3 things at once? Just traveling the array and then just find the maximum, minimum, and sum. We can do it, right?
Yeah.
There's no point to just go through once to find the maximum, go through once to find the minimum, go through once to find the sum. Just return, you're just doing this. This is O3n, but we can do this. We can just go through once and then we find the maximum, find the minimum, and find the sum. The max V equals the first number, right? The mean V equals the first number. The sum equals 0, okay? For I in A, we go through this array. If I is bigger than max V, then max V equals I, right? But we can do this. Max V equals max Vi, right? And mean V equals mean Vi, right? We're getting the updating the maximum, updating the minimum, and then sum plus equal I. Look, we go through this array one by one, updating the maximum, updating the minimum, accumulate the sum, and return. This is the sum, right? Return total, which is S minus maximum V minus min V divided by length of A minus 2. Okay? So all these 3 approaches, which one is the best?
The last one.
Last one, yes. Why?
Why would you say last?
Why is it best? Yes, this one is the best. What's the second best? Which one is the second best?
The second last one you said.
Yeah, this one. This one is simple, but the problem with this is sorting takes O and log n. We don't require the numbers to be sorted. We just need the maximum and minimum, right? And that needs the O and time to find it. Okay. This one is the best because we're traveling the array only once. This one is okay because we're traveling the array 3 times.
Yes.
Okay, what have you learned today?
About finding the average of the average, and we want to find we want to take away the minimum and the maximum and find the average of the rest.
Yeah. Okay. So how many approach we have talked about and which one?
3.
Okay, 3 approach. What's the solution, Eric?
The last one is the best.
Yeah, I know. Can you describe to me what's the last one? Yeah.
Is going through the array once you have this maximum and the minimum. You go through the array and then set the maximum and the minimum as you go through the array, and then you do the math.
Yeah, do the math because the sum divided by the number, this is the average, okay? And then, you're very good at pointing out this array needs to be at least 3 numbers, right? Otherwise, take away those 2 numbers, it's empty. What's the average of empty thing? It's not defined, right? Make sense? Or if you prefer, you can put the 0, but this is not precisely defined for empty array, the average. There's no average, okay? Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.